Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Week 4 Overwatch 2 Premier matchup for the Esports Ohio 2025 sponsored season. Here we have a matchup between Hiland and Claymont High Schools here. Claymont on the left, Hiland on the right. To start here is we're going to kick this one off with a trip to Lijiang Tower. Control starting with Lijiang Tower itself. Both of these teams coming in here with some pretty strong records. Hiland coming in 2-0, Claymont coming in 2-1 right here. Both these teams looking, as we get deeper into our season, hitting week number 4 to start to break away from the pack here and start to stack those wins on top of each other. And Lijiang Tower is going to be a great place to kick that one off. As we see some of the selections coming in, as it looks like out of the likes of Claymont, we're going to see a very aggressive comp here. They are going to bust out with the Pharah, a very different composition, having the Ashe as well, and Leafy Sloth opting for the Sigma than we've seen. And already, though, Chumashore on this Pharah going to look for the boop, not going to find anything, but is actually going to find two. Slipped off just the edge there. It's an incredible Pharah boop to start off. Gonna go down, but that's the setup they need. But Icy Chicken on this Hazard's gonna get a lot of damage done. Gonna get 2 ability kills there to start this one off, but that boop is just gonna be so critical for the likes of Claymont there, and that's going to allow them to take this first point control. They're going to cap that one off easy. See if Hiland tries to get a quick stop. They won't. Don't want to risk that stagger, but they're going to come charging right back in as Icy Chicken on that Hazard jumping in. Pestilence dropping low, though. Icy Chicken also dropping low. Going to jump out just in the nick of time, trying to be healed up, but here is Claymont on the chase, and they're going to take him down. Chubashore on this Pharah, a menace already, finds another right there. And it looks like they're just being held on this bridge, and Neutral gets booped once again. Chubashore, a third boop this game with the Pharah. A job well done here, as it looks like Zillakami is going to pick off Brown Raven, who swapped over to that Pharah, but was just taken down. As right now, Hiland putting up a ton of pressure, as Claymont is going to switch that one up, opt over to the other side right now. But, I mean, this is still Pharah's game to play right here. See what kind of angle Chubashore is going to look for. 80% there. Almost has that ultimate. As now Zillakami going to find Nitro right through the mix. They're going to connect on that headshot. As it looks like Leafy Sloth is going to take out Pestilence. Here comes Icy Chicken, but it might be too little too late. It's just going to soak up damage and be taken down. OP Troyer also going to be found on the left side there on that Sojourn. And even though Claymont here, actually Hiland here has that hit scan, they're just not able to take down this Pharah, as, oh no, an unfortunate stagger is going to set Hiland a little bit behind as Brown Raven goes down. Hiland here in a tough situation. Swapping to the Pharah. Maybe the match wasn't the choice here. Going over to a Junkrat for that area damage. Not even trying to combat the Pharah in the sky. And Chumashore once again gonna be death from above, but taken out by OP Troyer. This is Claymont's move right now. They have the advantage. They're going to look to do something with this, though, but Icy Chicken's going to drop really low. Has to back up for heals. The health pack is not there in time because OP Troyer is able to take down Zillakami and Gone Rogue. The Sojourn that could is going to find 3. This is Hiland's chance. Are they going to be able to make out of it here? As it looks like Leafy's also going to die, but Justice raised from above as Chubba flies in last second, takes down OP Troy and Pestilence, but it's going to be all by themselves. Never mind, though, because that's a soldier and that's a beat. As Zillakami comes back, just a second to spare, and finds two. Is going to find the third there. The DPS from Hiland are not going to be able to hold out, as Claymont is going to go ahead and take that first round. What a great showing by Claymont's DPS right there. Zillakami and Chumashore putting up so much damage and just having so much control over that map. And the healing on the side of Hiland was just not able to keep up with the damage that Icy Chicken was taking on a dive tank like this Hazard. Is going to go ahead and stick to it, though, as we are going to move to another map. But this map, it is so much similar as to the actual Lijiang Tower one, as it's going to be a really condensed point. You do have 3 sides of the objective that you can fall off of, but that also gives Pharah a ton of space to play, to fire in these doors. As the Reaper teleport, Chumashore swapping over to the Reaper, not the Pharah. I thought doing so well with it would keep on it. This is a whole change of pace. Not going to be your same long-range projectile, going to be close-up, in-your-face Reaper gameplay, as Chumashore drops really low, but going to be saved there by the likes of Thunderbolt. This Claymont team looking to finish this off with a clean 2-0, as Icy Chicken's going to dive in, is going to find Thunderbolt just a little bit ahead of the team. Icy Chicken now not going to have to worry about that Baptiste Immortality, though Chumashore is going to find Brown Raven in the back as Gone Rogue drops so low, but is able to keep it alive, getting back to heal up the tank as Chumashore is looking to get more damage in. Already 32% on that ultimate. It's going to teleport back, going to be on the supports, but Zillakami's going to find OP Troyer and is going to give Claymont an advantage here as the damage just keeps coming out. It looks like this is just going to be a cleanup, and Notro was trying to get one. Icy Chicken was able to find Chumashore, who wasn't able to heal as much through that Hazard resistance, as Hazard's going to pop the ultimate already. Icy Chicken able to finish him off. Brown Raven jumping in to help out. All up to Icy Sloth, who's just going to go down here and be a bit of a stagger, as a huge change of pace there for Hiland, who were struggling in that last map. But this one, they had a pretty good showing, but it looked like a rough fight in the beginning. They were able to clean up, and that just has to go to a great rotation there by Icy Chicken, able to get that Hazard ultimate incredibly fast in the first fight. A job incredibly well done there. And OP Troyer on this Sojourn, the times that Hiland has popped off, it has been OP Troyer who has been carrying that DPS damage with the Sojourn, using that space and that angles. But right now, it looks like Claymont is on the fierce fight back, and Zillakami's going to take down OP Troyer. Chumashore swapping over the Junkrat as well, as the beat comes out, the visor once again. A song that's been sung before here, as Zillakami finds 3 and is looking for 4 on the Icy Chicken, who's going to be forced to back away. And that beat visor combo has been something from this Claymont roster. Deployed it twice now. A great job of stacking ultimates here. Something that can really set a team apart. We've seen in these matches is how they stack and use those support and DPS ultimates together, especially. So looking at the ultimate economy here, there is going to be a bit of a lead from the likes of Claymont here, but Hiland is pretty close to it as well. Claymont, man, once they have this objective, it's just going to be so hard to push. They have the Sigma, the Soldier, the Junkrat, and the Moira Lucio to keep everyone healed up. A seemingly impenetrable defense going to be really hard for this Hazard to pierce, and Sojourn just struggles through those shields. As we'll see, though, Chumashore gonna find the 1v1 kill on the Brown Raven on the side, and that's enough to start the tire. Gonna go for the long trip around, see if they can find anything. The tire's gonna be found, but is it gonna be taken down? Some fancy feet. So Icy Chicken's gonna be able to finish that one off. Took him a little while. That's gonna burn some time and force him back, as now it looks like Hiland is gonna be passing Claymont's threshold. Icy Chicken, though, wants to stop that, but Leafy Soft finds Notro. Icy Chicken is going to get Zillakami, as it looks like Chumashore went a little bit too far forward. And here comes the Orbital, and that's going to be enough to superpower. Sojourn's going to unleash as well. He's going to look for the headshots. Icy Chicken's going to be able to finish off Gone Rogue. Is going to also be looking for the likes of Leafy Sloth, and wow, Claymont does pass Hiland's percentage, not for long, as Hiland's going to rip that one right back and start ticking it on past 75. And if you're Claymont right now, you maybe got one more strong fight left in you time-wise. Hiland understands that too. This one's coming down to the nail-biter here. Though this Hiland composition might struggle in this scenario. It's going to force Icy Chicken to dive out. Doesn't really find anything. Forced to use all of their abilities. The Sigma pool is going to be able to find him in time. He's going to deflect some of that damage, but that's just going to give an opening for everyone to go in as Leafy Sloth connects the rock to Brown Raven. OP Troy, though, going to find Thunderbolt. That's a support down, but the Beat's going to be able to recuperate that right back up as that combo is so deadly. Gondor looking for the boop. Is not going to be able to find him, but Zillakami unleashes the visor. A third visor so far. Going to find Icy Chicken and Op Troyer right there. And that's going to be the cleanup for the likes of Claymont. Hiland not going to have much time to get back. This is going to be the last fight for both teams here, as it's going to be a 99-99 for sure. The ultimate advantage looking in Claymont's favor here as Junkrat has the tire. But that's really it here, and a Junk tire cannot do that much. Thunderbolt might be able to build an ultimate. Optroyer might be able to as well. It'll be tough for Pestis and Brown Raven in this fight to build one. We'll see what they could do. Jumachor, look at the start off with the tire. He's going to find one. Going to go over the wall. That's going to connect with something here. He finds two. But it looks like Icy Chicken and Notro are going to get two back, but Zillakami's going to finish off Notro for that aggressive Moira play, as it's all just going to be Icy Chicken. And man, did that tire from Chubashore seal the deal right there, as it looks like Claymont is going to take map number 1. What was a first round roll was a second round nail biter, but Claymont once again just able to bring it out on top. And Chubashore have been saying their name a lot right there, playing many types of DPS, but really styling on this projectile. Likely one of the boops here, or maybe that hero play, Death from Above. No, it is going to be that initial boop. Looking at this again, I didn't think he necessarily got him, but look at that. Perfectly landed right in the corner. Even forces out the ability there from the Juno. A job well done that set them up for a huge percentage gain going into this next map. It will be a hybrid map, so that's going to be a objective capture first, followed by pushing the cart through 2 checkpoints. And we'll see which team is able to take that one on. It will be Hiland's map selection when we come back to you after this short break. Hello everyone, and welcome back to our week 4 premier matchup between Hiland and Claymont High Schools here. Claymont with a strong start, taking Lijiang Tower. The first round was, quite frankly, ran by Claymont, had a huge lead, started off and held it, but in the second one, Hiland turned it into a 99-99 showdown. A clutch tire from Chumashore, though, sealed the deal for Claymont. As we head on to Hollywood here for our map number 2, the choice of Hiland. Now, Claymont, in a very interesting situation, is going to start off on defense once again, opting for a Bastion here. They are going to also get the Baptiste back, having that Immortality Field, bit of a bunker strategy. Ana, seen Ana popping in and out of the meta once again here, has the Nano, has a ton of healing, and the oh so critical and very controversial anti there. Leafy Sloth, but on the Sigma every map, doing a great job on it so far. In Hiland, we see a Sombra Hover coming out. Might be a little difficult to pull off on this map, especially since there's really just 2 main chokes you can walk through onto this point. See if they could get it done though. Notro is going to be on that Zen, and we actually see a Junker Queen here. An interesting one for this Hollywood map. Usually you want either a big shield or someone with some vertical gameplay. Ooh, as a good hack for Pestilence, it's going to be able to scare him back out of the car tunnel there. Optroyer on the Sojourn, a lot of range on the side here of Hiland. See what they could do with it as Icy Chicken. Oh, they're going to go through the side TV room here. That's going to be a lot of damage, though, for Leafy Sloth with these projectiles. going to be keeping it back, as it looks like Hiland is a little stuck on what to do, but it looks like Pestilence on this Sombra is going to be able to get in the backline and wreak some havoc. Almost going to go down, but is going to barely be able to survive. 1 HP there. Chubashore able to low down that damage before the hack came out. And there's just so much damage pressure coming out of Claymont. It's going to be hard, but Hiland has found an angle through for some of their players, but not all, as Zillakami on the Ashe right now. Chubashore going to find Pestilence in the back line. That Sombra struggling to get the angle. Chubashore stiffing them out, as now Chubashore's completely unleashed, just unloading this Bastion damage without anyone to stop him. Gonna find Brown Raven, gonna almost take out, going on the chase on Icy Chicken here. Throwing that bouncing grenade forward, gonna finish him off with a clean headshot there. Chubashore, the DPS star of game number 1, holds on to that title now. And Hiland not looking for any swaps. Pestilence still confident in this Sombra. Gonna dive forward for the hack, and it finds Zillakami, who was incredibly low. Went too far forward. The healers couldn't keep up. Notro shuts down the Immortality Field. A major cooldown right now. A player down the Immortality Field, and a Pestilence in the back line. Gonna find the hack, gonna find the throw, is on and out of there as well. That's gonna create some problems in the back line. That's gonna be the opening Hiland needs, as they're gonna look to go in for it. They're gonna take down Chubashore and Thunderbolt. It's completely unlocked point, as OP Troyer and Pestilence gonna finish this one off, and no one from Claymont's gonna be able to get back in time with those death timers. Pestilence, a job well done on the Sombra, finds that clutch kill on to Zillakami and opens it up for the rest of the team, hacking both supports and creating so much chaos that it gave Hiland that perfect opportunity to capture the point. 4 minutes and 23 seconds to push this card to the first objective. That's going to be a lot of time for this team, as there is going to be the defensive matrix just to hold some ground, as it looks like Chubashore are going to be taking a lot of Zenyatta type damage there in a tough situation. Bastion needs to find an angle to play at, but Leafy Sloth is stuck between a rock and a hard place, and Pestilence going to be able to take him out. Icy Chicken also on the Sigma now, going to take out Chubashore and Goner there, and also Zillakami. Icy Chicken on the Sigma, completely unlocked. A bomb being deployed there by Zillakami. A bit of a waste. Is going to hold the cart for a little bit, but definitely would have liked something more out of that, as a lot of ults coming out during that fight from Claymont, but a great defensive gameplay there from Hiland, using the cart to their advantage, using walls and space to just avoid everything. As Pestilence is going to get a huge hack here. Looking for it. Chubashore going to find Notro. The Pestilence is still going to go for it, as right now it's a ranged matchup. Is going to swap the turret for him here. Oh, that's just going to be eaten up by Sigma right there. And the hack comes out, and it hits every single member. Pestilence comes up huge, goes down, but not before Chubashore dies. And the orbital there from Sigma is going to come in huge. It's going to find all of them, and they're going to have such low health bars that Icy Chicken's going to be able to finish them off, as Bastion going to unload that ultimate, but that's going to be too little too late. Brown Raven, though, is going to pop the Coalescence. Oh, actually going to use it to hold the cart for a little bit, but looks like Hiland's going to be able to push it off just at the last second there. A wonderful combination using the Gravitic Flux and the hack at the same time. Pestilence and Icy Chicken, a beautiful combo there. A fight where they were initially down a player. Just so much damage the healers of Claymont couldn't keep up, and they were able to just pick off each player. As Chubashore is swapping over that Sombra right now. Been more of a projectile player, but been seeing this Bastion and Sombra picks. A much different style, even between both of those heroes. As now, ooh, gonna be revealed. Forced to back away here, Chubashore. Brown Raven gonna drop suspiciously low. A great job holding here from Claymont. Usually you see teams hold back or on high ground, but they're just getting up front, as Leafy Sloth is gonna find Notro, and the Coalescence is gonna come out from Thunderbolt. It's gonna force back Icy Chicken. Zillakami gonna be able to fight Pestilence as well, but OP Troy is calling go time, but that go time's gonna be a little short there. Shut down by Zillakami. Icy Chicken gonna find that pick on the back, but that's just gonna be an okay res. A really aggressive but great hold there from the likes of Claymont. Stepping forward onto the cart. 3 minutes though for Hiland. That's a lot of time for Claymont to have to hold. See if this aggressive strategy continues to pay off. Icy Chicken has the Gravitic Flux. In tight corridors like this, it's going to come in clutch, but Brown Raven found Zillakami with an orb. Wasn't able to get healed up fast much, and that's that Flux. Going to find a couple targets, going to come crashing down. It's going to actually take out Gone Rogue, and it's going to leave the Thunderbolt dropping as well. That's no supports for Claymont. This is going to be an easy one to pick apart, even if Chubashore can find OP Troyer. It's not going to be for long. The Sombra is going to be detected, stuck between a rock and a Sigma right there. Ooh, going to slip on right by, but going to get hacked, and one Sombra is not going to be enough. as they're only a few meters away. The last second stalls coming out from Claymont. Gonna look like a 2-minute push here from Hiland. As though this stall's lasted a little while, even with the Zenyatta and the hacks. They're just able to keep trickling. Zillakami dies before touching. A 2:16 push on Hollywood. That is certainly a fast and quick push from the likes of Hiland. If this does go into a overtime round, they're going to have a lot of time on their hands here, as sides are going to swap. It's going to be up to Claymont now on the attack. See what they can do here. Claymont has definitely been in the defensive position a lot more. They got the early take on Li Zhong and only really lost it once, and got it back with a couple hero plays with 3 ultimates in a row. And then playing defense here, we haven't seen much of a true attack strategy out of them. They like to play a lot more of these bunker comps we've seen, but they did post at the Sombra a little bit in the last round with Chumashore, not necessarily looking the most Sombra ready, as the likes of Pestilence was just actually a huge Pestilence, a plague to the likes of Claymont on that Sombra, infecting everyone with the disease of Sombra hack, and doing a great job at it, opening up lots of angles for the team, who really kind of struggled to break through that Claymont bunker. And it looks like, once again, Claymont opting for a interesting composition here. Gonna swap over Zillakami. Been playing a lot of hit scan, going for that Cassidy. Chumashore right now hovering a sim. Could just be a TP swap off, but I could also really see Chumashore sticking with it, especially once you get into these close quarters. Maybe up here it's a little bit different, but you could definitely run that sim here. As a Kiriko now coming out from Hiland, as well as a Mei. A job well done. Gonna try and teleport those turrets through. Not gonna have what they want, but is gonna stick on this sim. A much more standard composition from the likes of Hiland that we've seen with the Kiriko, with the Mei, but Pestilence on the Mei, gonna drop low, forced to go Ice Cube to heal up. As now both teams, everyone's dropping low. They're just looking for that first pick to be the true go button, as the tank on the likes of Claymont isn't even up front yet. Played a little bit back. Zillakami and Thunderbolt gonna find 2. Troy is gonna be able to trade one back, but huge damage coming out from the likes of Claymont. But it looks like Troy is gonna find another, and no Troy as well. Troy finds 3. Sojourn somehow able to fight this one back all alone. Claymont, they had those 2 initial picks, but they just weren't enough, as Troyer also finds Leafy Sloth with the right click. Man, 80% already on that Sojourn ultimate. Definitely OP for sure here. I don't know how Troyer is able to find those. A job well done here. It's going to be dropping low, but the supports, knowing this is their carry right now. Troyer doing a great job keeping him healed up. A Winston swap. Leafy Sloth, first time on something, not Sig. In this position, though, Chumachore going to take down Brown Raven. That's going to be one of those key supports down. High Noon coming out. Maybe able to find something. The wall's going to go up. It's going to fall just in the nick of time. They're not able to deploy it, as it looks like, though, there is a 1-man advantage for the likes of Claymont. Oh, but there's the Gravitic Flux. See if anything can come out of that. Leafy Saw kind of locked in the room. The tank's not able to tank, as this is going to be Troy's chance to open up here. Not able to find those headshots this time, though, but Icy Chicken's going to be able to melee down Chumashore. Dropping low, but barely lives. The Ice Cube cut out for Pestilence and a wall to save himself. Leafy Saw with a really aggressive jump there on the Monkey. No supports to support him up. Oh, but here comes the sim wall. Let's see if Claymont can do anything with this. A little aggressive, though, and going to be a little bit too late, as Troyer finds another 2. The Sojourn is certainly on fire here, and these teams just keep brawling. They're not clicking the off button. Oh, a huge blizzard for Pestilence, going to be able to find 3, maybe 4 here, as finishing them off. Only finds the 3, but still, that's 3 more than you really needed right there, as the fight was already won. Gonna clean that one up, and a very bloody, very long 2-minute fight from these 2 teams, and it looks like Hiland coming out on top, has 2 ultimates, able to hold down this point. Claymont were so dominant on this first map, and they've been trying to switch things up, but it just really hasn't worked. Hiland's hold is just way too strong. The Coalescence comes out here, and a great combination there from Pestilence and Troyer, able to combo the wall and that Soldier damage to pick off Chumashore, who swapped over to the Junkrat. Ooh, but here comes the return Coalescence from Gone Rogue. That's going to be the key for Claymont to go. We're going to be stunned out of it, though. It's going to be canceled. Leafy Sloth jumps in, and the Kitsune comes out, but not before Zillakami can shut down Notro. But that might be all Troyer needs. Finds one, looking for a second. Brad Raven and Pestilence, though, going to clean him off, as Zillakami was stuck in that 1v1 with Troyer there. Zillakami 66% towards ultimate, not going to be able to build it in time. 50 seconds now. Claymont is trying to touch, but it's just going to turn into a stagger. one last fight for the likes of Claymont here. Swap it over to the Roadhog. Short back on that far. We saw on map 1. Definitely very potent. Still economy 70% towards Arsman, but once again, Hiland is just able to have this better ultimate economy this map. Icy Chicken has the grab flux ready, is going to get pulled in, but whoa, barely healed in time, going to deploy the shield and the Sigma damage eat there as Pharaoh's going to come on top, and here comes the Gravitic Flux. It's going to allow OP Troyer to find one, and Icy Chicken finishes off 2. Up Troyer somehow built up the Sojourn ultimate again so quickly, finds more. Chumashore dies to their own Pharah damage, and Hiland, what a great showing here, bringing us to a 1-1 map tie here. There might not even be a stagger touch from Claymont. I don't think they could get there in time, as a dominant Hollywood play from Hiland. A job well done. Looked like a completely different team from map 1 on Lijiang. Swapping up their playstyle completely, doing a great job, and it just has to go to OP Troyer. Player of the game, frankly. Able to always find those clutch ultimates, even the few times that Hiland really fell behind here. OP Troyer was just in this position to find the headshots and find the picks. The aggression that would get Claymont those first few picks left them so open and vulnerable to OP Troyer's Sojourn, who took great advantage of that and helped them hold on with that great and very impressive hold on Hollywood. As now it is tied 1-1 in this first of 3 series here in week 4. It is going to be up to Claymont to choose between Push, Flashpoint, and Clash, and choose a map of one of those when we come back from our short break. Hello everyone, and welcome to map number 3 here of our week 4 premiere Overwatch 2 matchup. And these two teams, Claymont and Hiland. Claymont again on the left here, Hiland on the right. Done a great job so far. What started off with Claymont having a huge stomp on Lijiang Tower round 1, a 99-99 on round 2, but Claymont coming out on top, and an impressive Hollywood hold from Hiland, bringing us to a 1-1 in this first of 3 series. Claymont opting to take us to Coliseum. Teams so far in the Overwatch 2 here, and Esports Ohio have kind of been torn between Flashpoint and Push. They could choose between Push, Flashpoint, and Clash for map number 3. Not really seen a lot of Clash. Definitely a newer game mode, but the Flashpoint and Push and Claymont opting to play on Push makes a lot of sense. Chamashore can play a lot of range projectile and hit scan. Zilakami as well, liking things like the Soldier, like the Ashe, is really potent on this map. Going for an interesting composition, they're going to keep the Baptiste and the Lucio, as Hiland is going to keep Pestilence on that Sombra, who did a great job of it on Hollywood. Part of the reason why they had such success on that map. It looks like though Chamashore getting really aggressive on this Tracer, going to be looking for an opening pick, trying to find it, not going to be able to. Almost going to get picked themselves, just barely dodging that rock, has no more dashes, forced to recall out. Getting a lot of damage in though, not finding those kills, as Pestilence is going to be forced back a little bit here. See what's up. The Kiriko keeping everyone topped up, and Zilakami's going to be able to find Pestilence, who goes for a quick teleport to the side and is punished for it. And Zilakami charging forward. Tank Soldier moment here, going to be able to get a lot of damage down, throws down the healing to keep themselves alive. Chamashore in the back line though, trying to find a couple, but is just not quite able to, going to be forced out there as Hiland recuperates. But Claymont, they claim the bot. They're getting a little bit of distance here. Is the hack going to come out on the Zilakami? He's going to fall down that same time. Optor is going to find that headshot right onto the likes of Chamashore. That's a DPS down for Claymont, and that's going to open up Hiland to get some more kills and secure this bot, as Gone Rogue is just using Lucio stall tactics here, going to be taken out. Claymont got a little bit of distance, using that pressure from Chamashore, who almost has that pulse bomb built. But we're just not able to really find a secure hold, as Hiland going to quickly push this one back. Oh, Chamashore, a little bit too aggressive, got punished for it. Zilakami, 7 HP, barely able to get out, might not get out. Forced to run away and grab a health back here. A Rhine swap for Leafy Sloth, as Gone Rogue is hacked and taken out. Icy Chicken, the bounce of the Sigma, gonna find him right there. Pestilence, the one to set that up. Great combination. Oh, OP Troyer lands the headshot on the Zilakami. That's gonna be a dangerous one, as Pestilence looking for another hack right over Leafy Sloth's head. Chamashore though, Pulse Bomb delivered, finds two. Even with the team down, just says, you know what, I can do it. Opens it up for Leafy Sloth to charge on in. This Rhine is gonna be unstoppable, as that's going to be the turnover now. Claymont going to take control. The DPS on both sides here playing absolutely like crazy, going for those hero plays, but they're finding them. They're connecting their shots, connecting their abilities, and able to give this one back over to Claymont. Going to have a little bit of distance to push. See if they could do it here. Lethe saw on the Reinhardt. An interesting swap up. Oh, here comes the Gravitic Flush plus that Coalescence. It's going to allow Thunderbolt to go down, as Leafy Sloth are going to find the charge on the Notro. Going to leave the backline open though. Zilakami finds one, but it's traded back. OP Troyer is going to take down Gone Rogue. And while Lethe Sloth found the angle with the charge, that leaves the entire rest of their team open. And they're going to be taken out right there. Chamashore swaps to the Hanzo, but too little, too late, as the bot control flips back. And Hiland has ultimate control. A few ultimates popped there from Claymont, and they still lost the fight. Only to 2 in response from Hiland, who has 3 ready, locked, and loaded, 3 big ultimates, as we can see what OP Troyer does with those piercing shots. Gonna be healed up right now. Icy Chicken holding ground. Hiland knows they're already ahead. They don't have to play too risky, but right there, the Kitsune plus the hack is what they were waiting for. Gonna take down 1, gonna take down 2, gonna look to take down 3 and 4 there, as Notro finds the headshot. Op Troyer takes out Zilakami. Hiland has done a great job of comboing their ultimates so far, whether it's Icy Chicken and Pestilence or Pestilence and Brown Raven, Icy Chicken and OP Troyer, Pestilence, OP Troyer. They always make sure to use 2 together here, as it looks like the Lucio stall is going to turn into a stagger, as now Chamashore swaps to the Pharah, but it's going to be a little bit too late right there. Going to find Brown Raven though, and is going to get out alive. That could open something up here for Claymont. Gonna almost find another. Is going to take that OP Troy, but not before the hat comes out. Pestilence needs to land these shots, and is, as Hiland is going to hold on to the fight, but Leafy Sloth is getting the cart push all the way back. The Reinhardt sneak. Reinhardt might be a big man, but ooh, gonna deploy the Shatter and die right there. Love the idea of the aggression there, but kind of a waste of that Shatter. And Hiland's just gonna walk this bot on back. Wasn't even able to beat the distance there. Maybe this is just the space Claymont needed, as it looks like though they don't have their Reinhardt. They can't fight this, as Gone Rogue's gonna come down. The Graphlix is ready for Icy Chicken. Gonna just throw up that barrier to keep that fire shut down. Leafy Sloth is back, but they're down one player. It looks like Thunderbolt's gonna be stuck behind the bus, and Pestilence takes him out. Ooh, a hat coming out right there on Tagama gonna hold them down a little bit. But Hiland is holding just fine, even though Chumashore went down. But Chumashore is unlocked right now, able to find two. Brown Raven takes him down. Troy are gonna back on off here. It's just 3 for Hiland, but the Grapflux is gonna be deployed anyway. Icy Chicken says, I've held before, and is gonna be able to hold. Takes down Gone Road. Brown Raven finishes off Silikami. Leafy Sloth charges into a bush a little too late right there, as OP Troyer is gonna be lined up just in time. A great job by Hiland holding on to this one. And I sound like a broken record saying this, but once again, they've just always been able to hold on to this ultimate economy. And that's what's really put them ahead in this series. And of course, OP Troyer's skills right there. Able to take down Chumashore, who likes to get that damage to try and build Valkyrie, but just isn't going to be able to survive that one. Did build the ultimate up though. Pestilence diving in aggressively. Takes out Leafy Sloth. Kitsune gonna be dropped right now by Notro, trying to get up and around this oh so dangerous corner as Chumashore finds 2. The Sigma can't eat it all. Silikami and Chumashore finish it off a couple 2 as well as the turnover comes in. And it looked like right there, Icy Chicken maybe didn't have the eat ready and just tried to throw the rock, but a lot of damage coming out of Chumashore. Not able to eat it all. Is the push coming out? Claymont though. They still have 3 minutes and 50 seconds. They got plenty of time to do this. And we've already seen that Chumashore's Pharah is an issue for Hiland, as they struggled into it on that first map. Leafy Sloth gonna find Pestilence on the side right there. The Coalescence, though, gonna be deployed anyway because Icy Chicken found Chumashade. The beat, though, gonna be coming out, as well as the amp right there, as it looks like Claymont's putting everything into this, but everything might not be enough, as Icy Chicken and Leafy gonna trade kills. No one's quite winning, but Hiland has control of the bot, and it looks like they're going to hold on to this control as they are pushing back Claymont, who put so much into this fight but weren't able to get anything out of it so far. Icy Chicken, though, is going to get rocked. If Icy Chicken goes down, this could turn the fight, but actually, it's going to be Silikami that's taken out. A twist of the fates, and the EMP coming out from Pestilence going to clean stuff up as Chumashore finds Brown Raven, but that's not going to be enough. Thunderbolt needs to get in there to heal up Leaf Sloth. Going to find it. Claymont just does not give up. Icy Chicken's gonna take out Leafy Sloth right there, and surely this will end the fight, as these two teams have been having long scraps, and it's really just Claymont holding on, trying to stall here, but they need to do less than defending, and they need to start pushing here, as they are behind in distance, as OP Troy are gonna find Silikami on the Ashe. Pestilence goes low, 27 HP. Gonna heal on up. Ooh, has a big flank angle. Is gonna miss the throne hack though, but gonna find the up close and personal one on a Leafy Sloth. Oh man, just watching Pestilence play on the Sombra. Gone rogue though, gonna find Icy Chicken, but Icy Chicken might have got the space that they need. Gonna take down Leafy Sloth right now. LP Troy gonna take down Chubashay. Does fall themselves. The bot's contested. Thunderbolt finds Notro, as that's gonna turn the favor on the Claymont, but Pestilence is still here. The Grapfuck's being thrown. Pestilence gonna find Thunderbolt. Silikami gonna ignite dynamite right on their head. Brown Raven needs to get out of here. Could be a huge stagger. 1 second on the fade. 1 second too late. Gone Rogue finds the boot, as Hiland's gonna be a man down for this one. Should back up, or this could be Claymont's opening opportunity. Bob gonna start things off. Gonna build a lot of range here. If you don't have a tank, you have a Bob, and you have a rockets galore from Chumashore. Gonna be able to pick up Notro there. Dynamite out. Hiland stuck in a tough situation. The bot is on the move. Claymont, the first time it's really been in their hands since that quick initial push that was quickly turned around. See what kind of distance they can make up here. They got a lot to make up. They want that first checkpoint for that forward spawn. Ooh, Icy Chicken on a flank with the Grapflux though. See what they could do with this. Ooh, he's gonna get hacked though, and that's gonna be a tough spot for this Sigma to be in. Oh, but the rock connects with Chumashore. The Sombra taken out. Oppie Troy are gonna find Silikami. And gonna deploy the Gravitic Flux here. Gonna find all 3. The beat gonna come out in time, but all that beat health's gonna shiver away as the Grapflux comes down. The man advantage gonna allow Oppie Troy to find Gone Rogue. And even the Sigma Eat's not gonna be enough right there, as the Coalescence by Brown Raven to finish him off. Hiland held Claymont back, what looked like a tough position. Icy Chicken almost died there. Pestilence, whoa, 1 HP, but finds the trade in the nick of time. Chumashore take it out too. Hiland been doing a great job getting those exit picks on this map so far. Thunderbolt, an aggressive coalescence here. 18 seconds. Gonna blow it. Not gonna want to save it for the next fight. A last second fight. Gonna use it now. Calling the do or die play here. As Claymont needs to touch this bot. They need a huge push. But I don't know if they have the ultimates to do it. As the Kitsune comes out. The hat comes out. OP Troyer still even has the piercing shot. The eliminations are coming out for Hiland. They find 2. Claymont find 2 back. But the ultimates are still up and running for the likes of Hiland. Zillakami, though, gonna find Pestilence. OP Troyer was taken out before that they could get the shots off. And out of nowhere, Claymont, even with no ultimates used, into an completely unleashed Hiland roster, are going to fight that one back. But they're just going to have to push with what they can. They don't have any ultimates. Leafysoft and Zillakami are close. Zillakami's on the hunt right now. They're trying to find staggers. They're trying to find picks. They have a little bit of distance to go. It's going to be hard, though, because Chabashore is going to fall. Gone Rogue's going to fall. And this is the push crisis here. Even if you win the fight, the bot has to run so far. They don't have forward spawn until the last second there. And Hiland's going to burn out overtime and take Coliseo and take map number 2 and put themselves up 2-1. A great job by Hiland High School there to hold on to that one. And what a map right there. Chabashore getting a play of the game. A job well done. These two teams, on the first map, it looked like Claymont set the pace. They set the pace of the fight. They did what they wanted, and they won. Map number 2, that was Hiland's map. They set the pace of every fight, and they dictated what happened. But this map number 3, these two teams just never stopped fighting. There was no room for color commentary as they just kept going at it and at it and at it, play after play after play after play. What a great job by these two teams. But in the end, Claymont, they just came in a little staggered. And while swapping heroes could be a great choice if something's not working, maybe opting into it a little too much. They were always 1 or 2 ultimates behind Hiland, who, in addition to having those ultimates, just did such a great job of comboing them together. We saw some brilliant combination usage. And while Claymont was really, really close to the win, Hiland just able to eke it out on the end. The fact that only 3 Claymont players could go for that last push, and Hiland's spawn was so much closer, doomed their fate. But we'll see what map Claymont is going to choose for our map number 4, Escort, where Hiland is on match point, but Claymont is hunting for that game number 5. We'll see what happens after this quick break. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our Week 4 premiere matchup here between Claymont and Hiland High Schools. And just an incredible series so far between these two teams. It is now 2-1 in Hiland's favor. Claymont took map number 1, Lijiang. Hiland, a dominant performance on Hollywood, and a very, very close push on Coliseo to bring us right now to Claymont's choice here of Route 66. And they are going to start off on the defense. And it looks like a change of positions from Claymont. Chamashore has been on DPS these last 3 maps, but swapping over now to the tank role. Busting out the Roadhog. Leafy Sloth, the tank to Widowmaker transition. That's an interesting one you don't see every day. Gonna fight the tanks can't aim allegations here today. Going for the Widowmaker. Zillikami on the Cassidy. A hit scan heavy roster, but on this first point, Route 66, and most of Route 66 except the last one here, the open air is going to allow for a lot more of that hit scan long range play. As Pestilence been so good so far on the Sombra, gonna stick to it. Icy Chicken on that Sigma right there. As Leafy Sloth already showing the aim skills, gonna find a headshot in half health. Icy Chicken right there. Ooh, Zillikami finds Pestilence. That's a huge pick to start this one off. Gonna be able to open up a lot of opportunities now for Claymont, who's going on an aggressive defense. Zillikami finds Icy Chicken as well. Chamashore on this hog, getting a lot of range out of it as a really aggressive hold. Most teams like to hold back on the gas station, but right here, they're just going to be so aggressive, not willing to give Hiland an inch as Zillikami finds Pestilence. They finally found a way to shut down the Sombra so far. The hook's going to connect. It's not going to be a kill, but it's going to definitely force Hiland back. Tactically playing in their spawn here, Claymont has a huge advantage, and they're staying together on this card, all 4 of them. We do see Leafy Swat, though, gonna be stuck in a 1v1 with Pestilence here. Gonna fight him off, though, but it looks like Icy Chicken's rock found Thunderbolt right there, and it looks like Icy Chicken's gonna also help Notro take out Zillikami, but the hook is huge from Chamashore. Gonna take Icy Chicken off the map, but that might be too little too late, but ooh, Chamashore finds the combo! The hook into the trap is absolutely massive onto the almost invisible Sombra right there. Gonna find another one, forcing the immortality, and oh, is gonna take out Notro. Chamashore gets a 3k, but being alone on the point as the hog, that's gonna still leave 3 players for Hiland to use the push. Zillikami's gonna walk up to try and stall, but this is what we saw from Claymont before. They go for these hero DPS plays when they get those slight death end advantages, but sometimes just overextend a little bit and fall, giving more and more ground. They are gonna probably, though, get a second hold through, but Leafy Sloth Pestilence finds them, and the hook from Chamashore can't connect for the punish. As once again, they're in a 4v5 situation, but they do have some ultimates to back them up, but so does Hiland. There are definitely going to be some ultimates deployed here as these two teams face off for this first checkpoint. Here comes the beat. That's going to be the opening sign for Claymont, as Zillikami's going to roll into their death right there, as Optor is going to find that headshot now on the Sojourn. Pestilence charging forward. OP Troyer finds an Icy Chicken as well. Going to just take down Claymont and push through this first checkpoint with 4 minutes remaining. Definitely a speedy push here. Only stalled for a little bit, and while Claymont did a great job on that first stall, once we saw their defense fall apart, they really struggled to get back that same pressure, that same cohesion. And once again, been saying it all series, they are down ultimates once again here. They used 2 as Hiland only had to use the 1. We'll see if that comes into matter here through the second push phase. It's usually an attacker steamroll, and Hiland with already 3 minutes now. That would leave them a lot of time for the last capture point. Going for the hook combo, gonna find it, but that's onto a tank. That's not gonna be enough to kill, as the whole hog's gonna be in retaliation to the Coalescence, and the Kitsune plus the whole hog is gonna be tons of damage. Ground Raven gets 1 shot, but OP Troy's gonna find the headshot. The boop on the Pestilence from Thunderbolt with a return Gravitic flips from Icy Chicken. The ultimates are flying. These two teams want to get through this choke, as it looks like right now it's gonna be a 1v1 between Icy Chicken and Leafy Sloth, but OP Troyer is gonna say that's a 2v1 and is going to find that headshot. A job very well done there. Claymont forced back. Chamashore swapping over to the Reinhardt. Gonna be hard though. Gets hacked. Not gonna have that shield for a little bit. Gonna jump right on down. Getting in the Sigma's face. exactly what you want your Reinhardt to do, but doesn't have the heals to back it up as OP Troy is going to take him out. Pestilence going to find Thunderbolt as well as the defense from Claymont falls apart once again here. Leafy Sloth not going to be able to find enough. Too little, too late, and what a clean shot from OP Troyer right there. Sneaking it just above the railing. A hit scan moment. Just an incredible little shot right there. Going to be able to finish off the likes of Claymont. But now transitioning into this third point, completely different geography. Still long range, but your melees, like your Reinhardts, are going to be a lot more potent in here. But the ultimate economy, for one of the few times a little bit in Claymont's favor, they're going to be looking to use this, but a huge hack comes out for Pestilence. Here comes the beat. That's the go button for sure. Chomashore charges forward. Not going to be able to connect anything, though. OP Troy is going to fight Leafy Swamp, but Zillikami is going to fight a Deadeye. The Shatter's going to be huge, and there it is. Finds 4, leads to 4 eliminations. Chomashore makes the Earth shatter for sure. Definitely going to show off here on that Rhine. A job well done. A celebration deserved there. Breaking through Hiland's constant pressure. Finally, Claymont able to get a hold. Definitely a much better, much more dangerous team once they have that positioning set up. And they're not forced to play in, but to hold on. Though that hack is going to make that difficult to hold on. But Zillikami finds Pestilence, but not before Icy Chicken can find the trade back. Chomashore with the charge that connects on the Brown Raven. The fade wasn't quick enough, though. Chomashore drops down as OP Troyer finds 3 every time it looks like doom for Hiland. OP Troyer on the Sojourns, able to make it happen. Finds 3 and saves it. Leafy Sloth is at 1 HP. This could be it right here with 2 minutes, 17 seconds and counting. And a Risa swap coming out last second here. They're all corralled though, and this Grab Flux is going to come up huge. So is going to be the Grab Flux, and 2 are taken out right now, and that's going to be a tough spot for Claymont to be in. They might be able to get these spawn room staggers, but it's not going to be enough as Hiland has played the point and played for success. A minute 57 on that push. What started with a bit of a blockade, Hiland, as soon as they broke through it, just kept on rolling and rolling and rolling. Chomashore with a great Ryan play, play of the game contender for sure. Held on a little bit longer, but as soon as Pestilence got that huge mass hack out, it was just not going to be able to stand up. And Claymont, though, they have their own chance to push, and they need to get it all the way, though, to force it into even an overtime. And they are on death's door right here as Hiland is on match point. If Hiland takes this map, they do win this series. It has been a close one so far for sure. Claymont, certainly what you could call a last-minute team here, playing down to the wire. They won the 99-99 on Lijiang. They almost got the last-second push on the push map on Coliseo. And right now, they need to make this all the way. They need to travel all of Route 66. See if they can do it here. Chomashore going for the hazard as Leafy Sloth swap it over to the Sombra. Probably looking at Pestilence's own success. Definitely wanting to follow it up. Thunderbolt on the Alara here. Going to be a swap up for sure. Bet on the Baptiste or that Moira for most of the match. Lucio as well. They're just going to blast off onto the right side right now. But it looks like Chomashore is going all the way in on this hazard. That wall's going to disrupt the hold for sure, as they're already getting lots of good distance. They're going to be hacked. The hacked hazard is in trouble. Is going to be unhacked just in the nick of time. Going to be able to back it off. As a lot of damage coming out from Leafy Sloth. Going to be able to find it. Not before a Troyer finds something back, as the trades are going back and forth. But it looks like Hiland once again is going to come out on top. A great first hold there. Pestilence has always been able to have that upper hand in the Sombra duel and continues to have it here. Takes out Leafy Sloth. While Leafy Sloth got a good angle and got some good elims, Pestilence was able to just find the targets faster and was able to hold on a lot better now as a Doomfist swap from Chomashore. A big change of pace here. Haven't seen the Doom in a little while. Gonna go on in, but the Doom's gonna get the job done. Takes out Notro, but Brown Raven finds Thunderbolt, but this Doom is a problem as all of Hiland is occupied, and all of Hiland is gonna fall here. Chomashore finding some distance on the Doom. 20 HP though, finds the punch, is gonna be taken out. but the distance is gained right now, and that's what really matters, as Claymont just needs to get out of this first little choke, round this first corner. Their first step to the road to recovery on Route 66. Tesla's got detected there. Could be big. Is going to be hacked by the likes of Leafy Sloth. Almost taken out. Going to be able to get that teleporter and that invis in time. Healing back up. See what these teams can do. Is a huge punch down. Chubashore, it's going to be saved, though, by the likes of Icy Chicken with the rock, and that's going to be Chubashore falling. If that rock didn't connect, that could have spelled doom. A job well done by the Hiland Sigma right there. OP Troyer has the piercing shot ready. Oh, but it looks like the visor's going to come out, but you were 1 HP. Zillakami, you're going to be taken out by OP Troyer, who finds 1, finds 2, looking for 3, finds it. Looking for 4. Going to be on the hunt right here. Not going to... Ash finds it with the melee to the face right there. OP Troyer able to completely reverse that one, as Claymont thought they had it. Zillakami popped the visor, but was just way too low. Instantly taken out by OP Troyer, who popped that piercing shot and found all the targets. Ooh, Pestilence playing very aggressive here. Almost finds that pick. That would have definitely spelled doom and gloom, as 2, maybe 3 more pushes left, but Leafy Sloth is going to find Brown Raven, but that hack is going to come in huge, and it's tied with a Gravitic Flux. We've seen Hiland do it before, and they do it again, as Icy Chicken takes out 3, and OP Troyer finishes off the last. We've seen that combo time and time again from this team, and since the first time they deployed it, it's been so potent and so dangerous. Leafy Sloth, though, going to be detected in the backline. Wants to deploy this ultimate, but ooh, gonna be found out. How tricky are your Sombra scales? Not as tricky as Pestilence is, who takes out Leafy Sloth. And if Claymont wants to wait, they're gonna have to wait a long time for their Sombra, as 45 seconds left to just try and get this first point to stay in the game. This is do or die for them. Hiland wants to hold. The orbital comes down, but not before the hacks are coming out from Pestilence. And here comes the Kitsune, and the Kitsune might not be enough, though. Zillakami and Chubashore are going to find their targets. Hiland's dropping low, but they're going to be healed up. Notro goes to 1. Not going to fall. Brown Raven is hacked and taken out. This might just be the hero moment that Claymont needed. Oh, they're going to take it out. They are going to secure this first point here. Hiland's not going to be able to get back in time. Saving their ultimates for that one big play. Repeating what they've seen Hiland do many a time, using the orbital and the hack there from Sombra. A job very well done. But this Hiland squad not gonna fall down yet. Gonna hold very aggressively on this second stretch of Route 66. See what they could do. Leafy Sloth gonna look for something. Ooh, gonna look for Pestilence. Gonna find that hack right before, just in the nick of time. Pestilence gonna jump forward. Oh, gonna look for Leafy Sloth. Gonna be able to win the 1v1 here. Grabs the health back and gets on out. Pestilence dominating the Sombra scape so far this match. The Coalescence comes out from Claymont to get some range, but it's not going to be enough. The Deadeye as well. Ooh, Pestilence looking for it. Finds all of them. That's going to be the go button. Chubashore gets the kill, but the Grab Flux combo is always right there. Icy Chicken is always ready and is going to shut down this Claymont team, who only has a minute 45 left to make it to that next point. And the stagger on Zillakami is going to be huge here. Not able to pick up another one, as low as some of the members of Hiland got. Claymont, they're again behind an ultimate economy, having a bit of a stagger. Chubashore swapping to the Wrecking Ball, not ever sticking to one tank, and Pestilence just keeps winning the Sombra duels, completely dominant in that landscape. Is going to be able to get on out. This Wrecking Ball not able to find an opening. Zillakami's low and taken down by the likes of Icy Chicken here. Hiland completely dominating so far on this part of Route 66. A part you usually don't see the defense even commit to holding. Hiland just knows they could keep it going. They're able to get the staggers, and as long as Pestilence just finds Leafy Sloth first and continues to win these 1v1s, it's going to be impossible for Claymont to really make the push. But Chubashore is going to take out Pestilence, but that's going to be a hamster pretty far in, pretty alone. See what they could do with this one here. The Chubashore drops lower and lower, but it looks like the tanks might be preoccupied. The ultimates, though, they're going to come up from Hiland. They're going to come up quick. Oh, but Claymont has a couple on the way of their own, but Gone Rogue's going to be shut down. That's going to be no orbitals. Brown Raven pops the Coalescence. OP Troyer saying that this ends now for sure. Gonna be able to find one, looking for a second, not gonna be able to connect it, but gets him low enough for Pestilence to finish off. Icy Chicken gonna finish off the next as OP Troy is gonna look for the slide. The wine and dine here on to Zillakami. 14 seconds left, 12 seconds left. I don't know that Claymont can mount a true counter attack. They're gonna need touches to get in. Gone Rogue goes down, can't deploy the orbital. It's gonna be up to Leafy to touch. Gets the mass hack. The grab flux is deployed and canceled. The overtime comes in, but does Claymont have the resources? I don't know that they do. As Pestilence takes out Thunderbolt, Brown Raven fights Chumashore. The Ana comes out, the hat comes out, and Claymont is shut down. And Hiland High School is able to take Route 66, able to take map number 4, and is able to win this series 3-1. Congratulations to Hiland now, becoming a 3-0 school, definitely pulling away from the pack here and showing their dominance. Chumashore getting this great Ryan play, but you know, in plays like this, it wasn't enough. Hiland, incredibly coordinated ultimate usage, a great job at building up their ultimates, and a great combination of heroes really led to their success. This is a team that is going to be especially dangerous as we move through the season because while having players with really high skill and a lot of great mechanics and a great understanding of the individual game like Claymont is really good to get you really far, Hiland was just able to push it a little bit ahead with their coordinated team play and their great teamwork that really cemented them ahead and won them this series. A great job to both teams. A huge congratulations to Hiland, as this was our Week 4 Overwatch 2 Premier matchup for the Esports Ohio 2025 sponsored season between Hiland and Claymont. And congratulations again to Hiland for the victory. And as always, make sure to follow us on all social media to stay up to date with all Esports Ohio happenings. And make sure to check in throughout the week as we will have more Smash and Rocket League action heading your way. Thank you for everyone for joining in today. My name is Carter, and it's been a pleasure.